Hey, good morning. Let's go over today's trade plan. So in the overnight session, we saw that the market simply balanced within the range and ES held above the 81 support. So at this point, heading into the open, we have pre-market support 81 to 83 and the initial support zone 76 to 78. Now yesterday, we saw that even though ES put in a pullback, the broader market actually held up okay. We did not see any extreme negative readings in the internals, and the Russell actually stayed pretty much within its balance and actually held up quite well. So heading into today, there's the possibility that ES can move right back up towards 91.92 and 94.5 to 96.5 if that signal from yesterday actually maintains itself today. So what that means is as long as we don't see a breakdown in the Russell, and as long as we don't see negative extremes on the internals, then ES can move right back up to 94.5 to 96.5. Now that can happen off of 81.83 or off of 76.78. Ideally, it happens above 81.83, and we don't actually go down and test 76.78, but 76.78 is the bottom of the current balance area, and even if it gets tested, it doesn't mean that we have to break that zone. We can still hold there and still turn back around as long as we're not seeing any major weakness in the underlying market. So as long as we're not seeing any major negative tick extremes with tick holding below zero, as long as we're not seeing any major weakness on the advanced decline, so anything below minus 13 to 1500 would be quite weak, and that could result in a break. So we have to be flexible and nimble here, but the buy side can still maintain control, especially if we hold 81 to 83. And the primary upside target would be 94.5 to 96.5, with the extended target at 99 to 2101. And at that point, ES may be a bit exhausted, and the market can start to balance and rotate again. But the buy side would be in firm control heading into 99 to 2101 if the upside scenario plays out. Now, on the downside, in the event that we do get a breakdown in the Russell and the Nasdaq, and the internals are quite weak, then the downside, if we break 76.78, can result in some short-term liquidation down to 70 to 73, which is the big breakout zone from earlier, and buyers can still be active here and defend, but we just have to keep in mind that it's right below the balance, so there could be a bit of a flush into this zone if we actually crack 76, and if we actually hold and don't go higher and then liquidate, the market could even go down to 64.5 to 66.5, and then buyers can still be active on first test of 64.5 to 66.5. So, the primary focus for now is still going to be on longs. It's still going to be on the upside unless we see some very clear signs that the sellers are dominating today. Because when looking at the internals and the advanced decline, we have to understand that it is calculated daily. So just because we saw a big positive divergence yesterday doesn't mean that it has to hold today. Now we're expecting it to hold, but it doesn't mean it has to hold. The internals are calculated, fresh on a daily basis. So if we see a lot of weakness today that we didn't see yesterday, that would still be a bearish indication. But knowing that there was this positive divergence yesterday, if we see a lack of weakness, we know that there can be a pretty decent upside move up towards 94.5 to 96.5, potentially even higher. So that is the main idea heading into the open. So off the open, let's just watch and see how the underlying internals are shaping up. Keep an eye on the Russell. The balance low currently on the Russell is around 1257 to 1258. Nasdaq is pretty much trading at support as well. So ideally NQ holds above the 4110 to 4112 area, and ideally it even holds above 4424. And sorry, I meant 4410, not 41. 4410 to 4412, and ideally it holds above the 4424, which is a smaller high volume node. So those are the main thoughts heading into the open. Let's see if the buyers can maintain control and take price back up towards the upper range of the balance, and we'll take it from there.